make me feel like, damn. Like it doesn't make me not fuck with the person. It just sucks. like it sucks. Like damn, all right, I just gotta do better next time. It changed my homie's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you told me I lost plenty of that.
You lost the Mook and you lost the Hitman, and you just
that's upstairs. I was in the room or.
That's crazy, right?
Nah, yeah, that sucks, and it hurts. I wanna cry right now.
Construction or demolition company, we're Jackson's.
It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Be spotted at half field.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Young Way 2 all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta.
50-yard line, twins to the left and one to the right. George is the one receiver to the right.
Will not be returned as that
handoff
will be
Baker.
a
Baker
touchback.
rips through the line. He's going to get through another few guys on the tackle, and he'll be down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 8 for the Baker man. Bringing up second down and 2.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their step. They're starting to think that they're going to dominate the line of scrimmage. So from the 36 down, first and 10.
Inside the 25-yard line, he was down to the 23. And what a ball
now is turned by Loa.
And that's a Barnett's body shot.
And able to get this one across the 45.
You can see Busby developing right in front of our eyes here as a quarterback for this Bulldogs team. We saw it last week throwing for nearly 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. And here tonight so far, he's got a passing touchdown and a few great balls. So right now, number 11. And now the handoff to Baker.
One less. You're going to eat him this year.
And down to the 19. And the Bulldogs are now in the Raising Cane's red zone.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap.
Timeout will be called
here.
here.
Capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent.
I think they're trying to check in on Rondé Baker to make sure he's okay. And that's going to be an factor for the Bulldogs this year is if Rondé Baker can stay healthy. He's been dealing with a nagging hamstring injury this season. And we hope that he still is all right and that is not
he'll work through from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Bulldogs with the football at the 19-yard line as a gain of 4, bringing up 2nd down and 6. With 10.5 minutes to go in the first half. Trips to the right and then the left.
Down the left side, it's a foot race.
Snap back to Busby, he's got time to block it. Pass to George, who's wide open and walks into the end zone untouched. For a Terry Bulldogs touchdown. Touchdown, Terry.
They stopped there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st.
The second passing touchdown from Brady Busby. And the Bulldogs lead 27-0.
Right at him with another momentum plan. Go quickly and attack him because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into
nice ball
points.
for Busby. He's able to roll out, and he had an open man, but he
his legs here.
Into a mass of bodies, and I
And
think
that
they held
kick
him out.
is up,
They did.
and it is good.
No gain there as he kept it
28 to
himself at
nothing.
second down.
Bulldogs
Well,
in
for
the
that being
lead
an
in the
option play,
Big
there
Ten.
really weren't too many options available
And
for
Coach
him.
Big Ten
No,
wanted
at
out of
least he
his
was able
team
to
as
get
he
back to
wanted
the
to
line
see
of
that
scrimmage,
cleaned
so
up,
he didn't lose
particularly
anything, but you're
the
exactly
special
right.
teams. And
Nowhere
we've
to
seen
go.
that cleaned up here
Robinson
tonight.
is into the
A
end
28-0
zone. It's a
lead with all
Falcons
four extra
touchdown.
points executed well. It really had an effect on the Bulldogs last week because they had the
Charles,
football
clearly they
with
wanted
2
to send
minutes
a
left.
message there
Down
and impose their
28-19. If
will.
they would
But
have made those 2
scoring
extra
their
points, they'd
possession
been
on
only
the drive
down
could
one
price
score.
entirely of
These are
rushing
the
the
things that make
football.
a big difference in
Message
how
sent.
you're able to
I
compete
don't know that the team on
with
the
the
other
biggest
side of the
cities
field wanted to
in
receive
the
it, but
region.
what a statement on their opening
The
drive.
Bulldogs
Just run it all
are
the
able
way
to hold on, get
downfield,
this
no
win. They'll move to
passes.
7-1, and next
Absolutely
week
sets the
they'll
tone
be
that
traveling
they're
down
going to
to
be
Lucedale.
physical
We'll
in
be
this
live
game.
from Lucedale, Mississippi, 2.5 hours down south to watch these Bulldogs take on George County. And then the following week will be against Hattiesburg here at Bulldog
And
Field.
Wilson is perfectly content to bring this
Here
out to the
is the
25,
return
a
from
touchback.
West. He'll take to the far
The Dolphins
sideline,
at the
and he's
line, ready
taken
for their
down
next
past the
drive.
35 down to the
Remember the last
37-yard
time
line.
out, they
We're
threw
going
the
to see yellow
interception.
on the
That
field
led to
in
the
the
touchdown,
backfield.
so now time to
A
regroup.
flag
It certainly is, and their
down,
goal
and we'll
right
see
now is
what
to
the
get
call
back
will
on
be
the
from
field
the
with a
official.
calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
We build more than just roofs. We build protection.
Tua going to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And Hill is going to have the Dolphins first down up near the 40-yard line.
Residential or commercial, we bring precision, power, and trust. Because that's the beginning of what we build. This is Lockwood's Construction and Roofing.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran up more shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn that field and gain any yardage. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 39. 15 yards there on the catch and run. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 at first. Waddle, the motion man right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it. Here's the veteran, that's Jeff Wilson. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 13-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Trips to the far side for the Colts. Low snap, Morgan out against the handoff.
Wilson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Just missed the lost yards there by Reed Miller.
He is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jeff Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Josh Allen for all his hard work during the first quarter, getting that restored.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7.
Jones with pressure coming from.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Nice down line. Is that big Taylor? It is. Taylor with a break.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
It always gets me when they change numbers. That's my apology. It's my roster brain sometimes. It goes back.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And now they'll audible to something else. 2nd and 13. On the move to his left. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, their boys are giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, the first down for the Falcons.
They often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Others watching are taking in all the sights of our nation's capital. Yearly trip always taken in by the earthquake, so glad to have them along for the ride tonight, perhaps. Joe Walker stands in the backfield.
Way ahead, it's Robinson to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had his eyes on that one being bigger.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
That was a good read, good pull. Just gonna hang on to the football there.
Mooney, the motion man right. And they'll get it forward to him on a touch pass. 7 yards there and a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pit.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means the receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offensive breakthrough.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Right there. Another RPO. He saw his guy.
Give to Robinson on the option. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Hollis, 30-yard catch that time. 2 catches, 67 yards for Jake. And the ability to turn over some only one.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Drake London. 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as we described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
That was really effective.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. Going to come out to the 25.
Slowed the throw down a little bit.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. The quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
There was a little elbow there by Rockover, shoulder shove, if you will. So Jay will get the...
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. H-Chan here, they stay on the ground.
First down of the night.
And they push forward for a couple to the 34.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Just get locked in your brain. Someone appreciated that.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throw caught by H-Chan. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Motion, Fletcher Cox. It's a fake. Now Walker's going to take it himself and score another rear touchdown. Jackson Academy.
Back to the ground. H-Chan shows him the side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Like that as hard as he did, still hang on to it. Run it for the touchdown.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Always gives you a chance to try that conversion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
You never know.
Another catch there for Waddle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Walker to keep it.
And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterback.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down. So let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Check your balances from a friend's house.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked. when you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Don't forget, Carly Grace Criddle will head down the field with Carly Grace. She'll be checking out Coach David Duggan in just a few moments. Stephen Heather lines up there right
on the chalk of the 20.
Lines up the kickoff because there's always a two-point conversion. Look, folks, it's been a day. The weather's beautiful.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. But right now, you've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter? A nice little jab and get things going in their direction.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He corrected, figured that one out, and made a really nice play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break through and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you can do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Happy birthday, Carly Grace. And now let's check in with Coach David Duggan.
Coach Duggan, with this large lead and dominant first half, what will you say to your players going into the second half?
0-0.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first rounder, getting in there for the sack. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on the punt for the Falcons. Fielded at the 20.
Thank you, Coach Duggan.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look at repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting that 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. Looking to pass to him. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of the defense. They call the signals, they have the opportunity to affect the game and cover it against the run, and of course on blitzes. Living the best of both worlds here.
Up under pressure, they got him again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
He had some real defensive resistance there. So not so fast to a good drive. It marched to the end zone the last time out.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long.
Game day walk-ons
He'll
is
drop
just
to
different.
throw.
And it starts the way our teammates
Find his
prep
running
each
back.
dish
It's
or
complete.
scratch them. No trouble. We are handcutting every single Mozzarella ball straight to the bone. Hand peeling, stuffing, bacon wrapping each food tray. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and bourbons. And hand slicing and tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. Roll TVs, like this, I was just watching her else. Let's kick it.
And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, listen, no kicks in 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that we were expecting Seth to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. County, All-State, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The loss of the yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back
At
to
Jackson
throw.
Academy, no one goes it alone.
Short
Performance
throw,
therapy
caught by
wants to do our
Pitts.
part by supporting JA
Completion good
Athletics.
for just 3.
Every athlete on campus. Athletic trainer Braxton James, in conjunction with our 8 Jackson metro area clinics, are proud to partner with Jackson Academy to provide physical therapy approach for greater athletics.
They've been good.
We want to help rebuild champions in
This is
Cleveland and
3rd
return
and
them to the
8.
field.
Buying time to his left.
Performance therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on training.
Another interception. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Good work after the catch, getting that of 23 and a first.
601-922-4444.
They're going to look to throw.
The cornerstone of our existence.
They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Swing this out wide. Here's H.A. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That's a noble profession.
When I got hurt.
I'm so fucking tired of that commercial, bro.
Back to throw again. Oh, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play.
Bro.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being...
There, that is caught.
The fuck up, this shit.
Miami. Durham Smythe there to make the grab, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. 5 plays there on that drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Our original Contour Comfort seating is the staple of lasting outdoor enjoyment. Made in the USA. Made from premium...
They'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty,
what I really wanted to do for her didn't mean much. So that stuck with me for about a couple of years. But I found out what she meant in the pandemic. In the pandemic, I wasn't working. A lot of churches. They have shut down on me. Church that shut down on me. And so, I wasn't working, so I was at home a lot. And although I wasn't working, she was still at work. Right? She was still with the kids, taking them to school, doing homework, all that type of stuff.
Obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
We know we need to go back.
All the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot hard downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Be still.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the line.
So I don't know if
clock running to the Falcons, moving with a sense of urgency. On second and goal, here's the option. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
For real?
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
The school just 3 minutes up the road.
These two teams in this first half have been back and forth.
What's up this drop off line? Let me start right there.
Offensive coordinators in there.
This drop off line.
Streets there. I thought you wanted to put scores together and then bunch them up and then the game here. We often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we said. It's been an absolute track meet so far. And fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores. The kicks away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. They're just taking the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I said, man, what's up? She got me my good little breakfast, folks.
Tua wants to throw it on second down.
We sat on the couch, catching up on our story.
Tua getting intercepted to the third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. The Cowboys are so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in rough territory as well.
They're pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the red zone before the half. Looking at the 2020 hindsight back, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the first half, barring the penalty, as they come up on first and 10. And indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Somebody hurt your feelings, don't mean they were wrong.
So thanks to the late touchdown tied on the scoreboard. Taken at the goal line.
The abdomen is, it's your system. One of the major problems I had,
and they will regular
first
down a couple
I was
yards shy
trying
of the 30.
Put the system that I grew up watching, my mom and my dad, which was a good system, but it was their system.
Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think
Saturday night,
we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
9 a.m. in the morning. What that means to my papa, you hit the car at 9. He's doing this.
And it's good for a first down.
At 9. So what he doing? 9? Show me something. My papa Saturday night.
Robinson up the middle, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. There's no comeback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I'm making sure I won't be late. Laying there. My granny's here on the phone. Yeah, girl.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw.
Yeah, my papa laying everything, shaved. He doing it all.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away.
And my papa always get up. You hear me?
Throw as many interceptions as he has in this one.
My grandmother in the car.
Get a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he makes sure the other guy's going to catch it. He's sitting in the third row.
That is caught. And it is taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now first and 10 as they crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's corralled, but not before getting inside the 45. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm just in there. Come on,
Quality play to start a new set of downs. And it's just an offensive line winning the down and winning in a big way and getting the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 18. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. They'll look to throw now on first down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
When I got married, I tried to do the same.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force going down on there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If it throws a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, there'll be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one. And that one falls incomplete.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up the fourth down. We'll see Youngway through now for the Falcons. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Curry knocks this one through the post. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. They're going to get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
Absolutely, to keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Will Kidd is perfectly content to bring this down to the 25, a touchdown. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Right. We in class
Right back to H.A. on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Working out of the gun. A shoulder here secured by the tight end Waller. So he's stuck for no gain. And it'll be second down.
He was like, cut the grass. He's like, yeah, like the grass is certainly a go with the guard. So she out there, I'll be out there. It was too hot out there for me.
Here's second and 10.
But that's when I knew.
They'll look to throw here.
And you got to go with the system that works.
That's right. Has got it. And they will set up fast.
Oh, shit.
At the 42-yard line.
We've had seen this before.
So it's been 27 years now.
About this and worked on it all the time.
You know, things are much better.
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Yeah, it's doing good. And, you know, only thing now, though, is though we are better
down before this ball comes loose.
You know,
and is the
because for
video
y'all, we got to take
convincing
you,
enough
we
to
have
overturn it?
some you need to go to, psychologists, psychiatrists, church. You know, that's rehab to kind of help you marry. But though we have it going well on that end, physically, I'm declining. I'm declining physically. I'm not the man I used to be. I'm found out independent, being at home, and my wife Erica was taking advantage of my body. They're very handsy. Not taking no for an answer. It was lightweight molestation. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on the style. I'm not taking no for an answer. Saying a lot of goofy stuff too, like you know, we just finished doing it, baby. Let's do it again. And I'm like, no.
Winds up a
That
very
was the
good
last
call
bullet in that gun.
defensively to challenge that one. As that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
I ain't got no more for you.
The punter barely on now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside.
It got so bad, man. It got so bad, I was this close to letting them have a boyfriend.
For its next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key play is you know that
He gonna get tired of you too.
you know coaches are going to be short field goals.
You'll be back.
Right? To them, that's not
And I don't know what it is about
you're supposed to put 6 on
women
the board.
in their
That's a
40s and
consolation prize.
into their 50s and things of that nature, but
You don't get the big stuff
some
on now,
other
do you?
she's
No,
really
you don't go top shelf, dude. That's bottom shelf material.
And so, you know, I wanted to know, man, what's wrong
On
with us? So I
second down,
called the
another
doctor. I
shot for
said, hey,
Robinson. And the
I
big
got a
boys up
situation
front. They're going to stop them right
at
at
the
the line.
crib. Man, it's real burdens. We need your burdens. We need some help. And so we do a virtual doctor's visit. And the doctor showed me, he says, Mr. Wiley, what your wife is normal. He says men typically peak sexually in their 20s. That's what he said. Men typically peak sexually in their 20s. Don't get started until they in their 40s. Yeah, listen to the women thou art loose.
A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return.
At some
And
point,
come the
you know,
offenses
this is
they
because
take
I can't
over.
afford to give it to them.
What the fuck does this have to do with me?
10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Just
Out route to Hill, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
Yeah, he diagnosed my wife with a condition called insatiable.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Quick hitter to Jalen
Can't get
Waddle.
enough.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Falcons territory now. Here's first and 10
I know what this is.
at the 46.
I don't believe I'm auditioning.
In motion Hill. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to
Get off the
run.
Zoom with the doctor.
And all the way in
wife, I said, look here, cuz. But we're going to have to make some changes
And the Dolphins
to the
have
dynamics
retaken a third-quarter
of this
lead.
relationship. She was like what? I said, well, the first change is we can't do two
Extra
things
point
before we
up
can only do
and
one.
good by Sanders.
She said, explain. I said, look, either we can go out and have a good
3
time,
plays on that drive.
or we
And
can
the
stay
last
home
play, a really nice run that
and have a good
culminated in the
time.
touchdown.
But what we can't ever do again is go out, have a good
Able to get
time,
this out to the
then
20.
come home and have a good time. I'm tired of just telling y'all about it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And my knee just
These guys
started
definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost calls. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punch in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they now string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Already taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards down the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Don't do that. 11 minutes. And that's the whole production.
The tight end in
It's
motion
foreplay
right.
and, of course, and the cigarette.
In
11
motion to
minutes.
tight end. And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Start the clock when you get a ball like this.
He's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I don't think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw,
You know, I don't have
he
six
saw
on
defensive
demand.
ends
We
right in
got
his face
we
because
got prep it.
he looked up and he was right
You gotta
there.
let me know.
Didn't even have a chance to get
So when
going.
we out, I gotta be like, hey, you trying to do something, or
And this
what
one
I'm doing now?
incomplete.
I mean, before I get this second margarita,
Takes the
you
head
trying
off
to
of that one, and it's going down.
It's easy to see when we review this and the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on
we
the
get
break,
home, and my wife's like,
you
jump in
bring
the
a
shower
crowd
real
of
quick.
people into the
And when she
equation.
jump in that shower, just that little down top right there, just that arm on that bed,
And
like,
it's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And they're running, but still a little short.
when she get out the shower,
There's another
she
example where
freshening
defensive
up,
coaches constantly preach,
lighting
not allowing
candles,
any run after
trying
the
to find a
catch. They give up a
playlist.
few
I'm
more
like, girl,
yards than
you
they
waste a
wanted to,
valuable time.
but they were able to get him down quickly and
Hey,
force the
y'all,
first
that's
down.
my time. My name is Marcus.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And a very determined run there as they'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL
Y'all sit down. Sit down.
on
You know
EA
we got a
Sports.
time limit. Sit down. Sit down.
2nd and a couple.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming out. You know, I know what they consider trying times. But we're going to be all right. Yeah, we're going to be all right. So tonight, I want to jump right into it. Got a lot to share
Now
with you.
motion
Y'all
left
grew up
with
in a
Mooney.
time. I grew up in a time where folk
On 2nd down, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the
I grew up
backfield.
in a time
They'll
where
lose a
folk
yard on the
took
play, so now
baths.
they
Some
need
young folk
3
in here,
yards on
you don't
3rd
remember
down.
baths.
Not a lot of success to
You
be
were taking
found
showers
there.
all
You
over.
got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make
bath is
guys
where
miss
there
about
is a
10 yards or
tub.
so downfield,
And you fill
that's a
the
pretty good
tub up
play.
with
But if you got to do
water.
it in your own
And
backfield,
was real nasty.
The offense on
But that's why I would get sick,
not
because my
quite
immune
50%,
strong.
4 for 9. Here it's
I've been bathing with people all my life. Yeah,
work
strong.
in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
But back in the day,
and he's going to have the Falcons
represented
first down as they're able to
relaxation.
get the third
That's
down
what it
conversion.
represented, relaxation.
Tell you what, he's been
Some
able
old
to put
people
the
will
ball
tell
in
you,
tight
put a
spots
little
all game
Epsom
long.
salt in
That's
the
a little
water.
different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a
Epsom
throw.
salt, young
I
folk
think
look
he
like
looks
little
at
crack
it as,
rocks.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
They say
I'm
it's
gonna keep
Epsom salt,
trying.
we don't know.
Rolling to his left.
But it was
Throw
about
on the run,
relaxation.
but
A
that's going to be
bath, they would even
incomplete.
tell you, watch
No
this, put
surprise
some
there.
rubbing
He was looking for one of his
alcohol
favorite
in
targets
the
again.
water,
As soon as he left
soothe
the
your
pocket,
muscles.
but the coverage was
Because a
good
bath was
downfield.
about
They got right to the receiver
relaxation.
and helped prevent
Now, where
that
I grew up, we
completion.
didn't have bubble bath, but we had joy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We had Palmolive.
They'll
We
drop the
had
throw.
Dawn. Yeah.
Being
They even had a
chased up
commercial
back.
back in the day that said,
And he
Count
just
on.
chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call
That's
not to take a
because a
sack in this
bath
part of the field that brings
represented
up third
relaxation.
down. This offense was
And I
on the
just
move.
believe
Now
you're
2
gonna be a
straight
believer.
incompletions have them looking at
If you're
3rd
going
and
to be a
10.
Christian, you're going to be a church
Well, he'll dump
goer.
it underneath to
You
his
need to
running
learn
back
how to
complete. That one
relax.
good for only 6, and it leads him
Why
to
is
the
it that the
4th
church
down.
folk always on edge?
Gotta try it here.
Huh?
He's back
And we
to
know all the
throw.
scriptures.
Escaping the pressure right.
Greater is he that's in me.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack.
I can do all things that's right.
The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out.
They learn how to relax, man. Relax. How this whole thing came about, y'all, was at
The
my
Dolphins
barbershop.
at the line
Love
ready
a
for their next
barbershop, man.
drive.
I'm at my barbershop.
Their
At my
defense
shop,
forced the
we talk
turnover
about
on downs.
everything.
They got the lead. They're in good
We
shape.
talk
Can't
about
go into a
sports.
shell here, right? Still
We
got
talk
to be
about
careful.
women.
Because it's still a long way
We
away
talk
from
about
the end of the time.
politics.
So you got to work on getting
We
first
talk
down.
about girls.
Keep the sticks moving, right?
We
Keep
talk
the
about
clock going.
cars.
And above all,
We talk
ball
about
security.
women.
Don't turn it
Why
over.
are you sounding every letter out?
Females are a running theme at my
And he sneaks
barbershop.
his way forward
But this
only for a
particular
couple
Thursday
here.
at the
2nd
shop,
down.
the topic of church came up. And I've been going to this barbershop ever since I graduated from college. And I had no idea that none of the barbers
Again,
at
it's
my
A-Chan.
barbershop
And
go
they
to
get him
church.
behind the line. So that short gain on first
Just
down.
talk about everything. I said, man, let me
They
find
give
out
those 2
why these
yards
boys ain't
right
going to
back,
church.
and now they're looking
Now,
at
y'all,
3rd and 10.
I'm about to share some of the answers that they told me.
Defensively,
Don't get mad at me.
the key third down. But when the offensive side
This is not my answers. I'm just reporting what the streets are saying. Don't get mad at me. This ain't even me talking. This is he that is within me. Yeah.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Yeah. So I started with the barber on the far left, dude by the name of Eric. Everybody say E. I said, E, why you don't go to church? E say, Mark, I don't go to church because it's boring. And that's what Eric said. He said, I don't go to church because it's boring.
They'll get it here on the
Now, y'all have been going to church all my life. Church ain't never been boring.
on the ground, and they'll make it 2nd.
Never been boring.
That play wasn't quite as big
But it's been long.
No,
Don't act like it ain't been long now.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on.
My daddy church used to start at 10 o'clock. We still there at 2:30. That's too long.
each and every time.
Do a chick come with this? I mean, what's going on?
Keep marching right along.
Huh?
First down on a pick.
Church, don't act like church ain't been long. Man, my dad, when he would preach, he would always say, I'm on my way to my seat. 30 minutes later, I'm on my way to my seat. I'd be like, dog, did you forget where you were sitting? Do we need to bring the seat to you? Huh? And you know, pastors always trying to close. Why we always trying to close? Go to the mall. What time they close now? Close.
He won't get much.
Huh? You go somewhere, they about to close CBS, they're like, we trying to close. No, we close. Only in church are we trying to close. I used to be in the choir. I had to get out the choir. Yeah, because I never could understand why when I hear that song on the radio, it's 3 minutes.
He will be marked down first as they get to him at the 29. So getting 5 yards.
But then when y'all singing at church,
Man, this nigga crazy.
Coming now for Jason Sanders.
yeah, I got so mad. I went to the leader, the choir director said, say, cool, man, why we singing this song so long, bro? He said, man, the spirit. The spirit took over. I said, well, the spirit need to come to choir rehearsal.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but
But we ain't practiced that long. I mean, come on, man.
Missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now. If
So a lot of times, folks who don't go to church, they will equate long with boring. Next Bob in there, dude by the name of Jason. I said, Jay, why you don't go to church? Jay said, Mark, I don't go to church because it's routine.
If you got hit, even as a passenger or in an Uber, you would need to try this.
Were you
again? Continue to have that kind of.
He said, up in there, dude by the name of Jason. I said, Jay, why you don't go to church? Jay said, Mark, I don't go to church because it's routine.
Robinson's got it.
He said they do the same thing every week. He said, church just like the young and the restless. I cannot watch it for 4 months.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And when I finally watch it, pick up right where I left off.
Back-to-back nice
Victor still with Nicky. Shaq still trying to get your ball. I mean, same story now. Yeah.
Take their shot.
He was just telling me about this church he went to. He said, man, I already know the praise team gonna sing 2 songs.
Setting up the screen. Here's
one fast.
And they'll get him down.
Y'all know.
Inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row.
I leave that barber, go to my barber, dude by name of Rob. I said, Rob, why you don't go to church? Rob said, Mark, I don't go to church because everybody in there fake. No, don't. He talking about y'all. That killed me when I say that. Who he talking about? You. Church folk. But that's when I had to come in. I had to step up. I said, Rob, folk in church ain't fake. Everybody in there understand and realize that they need somebody greater. And they just sitting there trying to get their life together the best way they know how. Yeah, I took up for y'all. I mean, us. Took up for us. Leave my barber, go to the next barber, dude by the name of Bo. I said, Bo, why you don't go to church? Bo said, Mark, I don't go to church because all they want. Y'all go to my barbershop? Because that's exactly what he said. He said, all they want is your money. I said, man, Bo, where else in the world do you go where they don't want your money? I wouldn't even want to go somewhere where they don't want my money. Don't you know you get what you pay for? And I don't know why when money come up in church, people get all stiff. Arms fold. Lips twist. Eyes roll. Man, stuff costs. Yeah, these lights on. Costs. These instruments. Costs. Costs. I don't want y'all to ever mistake me on this. I go to church and they be like, I thought you did this for the Lord. I be like, not really. I do this for mortgage. I do this for car notes and stuff. Yeah, I got bills. Yeah, it's 2 things that are faithful in my life. That's the Lord and bills. They keep coming. Yeah. But the last barber in there is a dude by the name of Anthony. We call him Ant. Now, y'all, Ant, give you a little background on Ant. Ant is in a love affair with the prison system.
16 yards on the ground for him now. He has gotten better with it as the nights run on.
You know, they break up, get back together, break up, get back, yeah. Ant got 2 strikes on him. Yeah, Ant got tattoos everywhere. I mean, places I wouldn't even believe a tattoo artist can put tattoos. I mean, how did he get that under your fingernails? Under your tongue? I mean, he got a good audience. But anyway, I asked Ant, I say, Ant, why you don't go to church? And Ant say, Mark, I don't go to church because I don't see where I fit. Now this one got me. Because I'm trying to understand if Ant don't fit in church. Which one of y'all do? And I want to know, why do the ants of the world believe they don't fit in here? Since I've been to church all my life, I know, man, even when I don't fit, I know how to fit in. But just because you fit in, don't mean you fit. Like, for instance, I know how to usher, but it's not my fit. But if they need me, they say, hey, Mark, we need an usher, I know how to go.
Leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua sets up to pass it. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. There's a turn for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know how to do it. So that thing stuck with me. That thing stuck with me, y'all. I ain't lying. It stuck with me. I was like, man, the brother said that he don't see what he fit. And I'm trying to understand who don't fit love, and who don't fit joy, who don't fit peace, who don't fit restoration, who don't fit, all this stuff. And so I prayed to the Lord. Now, I'm not a prayer warrior, but I hollers at him. Yeah. I ain't a prayer warrior, but I holler at him every day. And I asked God, I said, God, is there a church where everybody fit? I mean, is it one created, without spot or wrinkle? That's Bible. And believe it or not, man, the Lord answered me. Out the blue, one of my childhood friends called me and invited me to the Texans football game, right? Invited me to the Texans football game. He said, man, I got a sweet ticket for you. Now, for those of you that don't know what a sweet ticket is, that's a ticket where you sit in a suite, and it's all you can eat, all you can drink, and all you can drink.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
Let him use you. I told him, I said, cuz, I am there. I said, I'll be there after church. He said, no, come early.
3rd and inches.
I said, all right, I'm going to go to first service, then I'm coming through. He said, no, get there early. I said, big dog, the game don't start till noon. Why am I coming there so early? He said, come early because we tailgate.
With 2 decades in online education, Belhaven allows you to study from anywhere, anytime, and fit classes into your schedule. Balance work, family, and your education by taking 1 course every 7 weeks and finish your MBA.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what real, true, genuine fellowship look like, I beseech thee therefore, brethren, to attend a tailgate. Y'all, when I walked out to the NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, I was thoroughly impressed. When I walked out there, they had patio furniture, dinette sets, living room furniture, den furniture, flat screen TVs, jacuzzis, riding mechanical bulls. What I noticed, everybody out there was operating in their fit. Everybody out there was doing what they do well with no judgment, no criticism, and no condemnation. I mean, all ethnicities out there. Over here, you had the Asian community, and the Asians over here with their shrimp fried rice, they sushi, they sake, they egg rolls, they fortune cookie, and they were just giving it to anybody that wanted it. Wasn't nobody out there saying that ain't how you roll egg rolls. We don't fry rice, like wasn't none of that going on. Over here was the Hispanic community, and they had their nachos, they tacos, they burritos, they chimichangas, they margaritas, they coronas. Period. And they were just sharing it with anybody that wanted it. I walked by there, like, Marcos, you want one? I was like, nah, I don't drink. But let me taste it. I mean, taste and see. That's fire. Over here, you had the white community, and they had their sandwiches, and they cheese, and they wine, and they crackers, and they hummus, and they couscous, and they trail mix, and they were just giving it to everybody that wanted it. But then over here, you had my people, black people, fried chicken, fried fish, fried shrimp, pork chops, turkey legs, barbecue, gumbo, boudin, Hennessy, Tanqueray, Cavassier, Jack Daniel, Ciroc, Bacardi, Armandale, Christian Brothers, Jim Beam, Miller Lite, Coors Light, Bud Light, all the lights. I mean the Israelites. I mean everybody.
Definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down.
It was lit. It was lit.
And able to catch it on the left sideline.
I look at my watch. I say, man, it's time for the game to start.
Certainly one they'd like to have.
My boy looks at me and say, shoot, we good out here.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
I say, what? He said, here go the tickets. If you want to go, go on, go. But we good out here. I say, so let me get this straight. We at the game. But we not going in the game. Y'all, what I learned was that the fellowship outside was so fitting.
I think okay. He's a
guy folk didn't even want to go inside. And in today's time, we dealing with a whole new generation. And they don't care how sweet your church is. They just may not come in. And so what we got to do is take all the good teachers and preachers we've learned inside, outside. Got to take them outside. It's a new day. That's it. You got to take them outside. Because folk ain't coming to church like they used to. Man, when I was growing up, church was mandatory. You had to go, regardless of condition. You had to go. Church was the only thing open when I was coming up. Wasn't nothing else open on Sundays. Nothing but church and Luby's.
But the big thing is holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and get
wasn't nothing open on Sundays.
It's about taking the ball.
Church was mandatory back in the day, but now church is optional.
3 takeaways in this one.
Yeah, it's optional.
Led them to victory.
Yeah, I mean when folk wouldn't dare put stuff on a Sunday. Now they put everything on Sunday. When is Lee baby shower? Sunday. When's Junior birthday party? It's Sunday. Right? So as I kept doing it, y'all, I looked up and I noticed, man, it's some churches out here that are still packed. Yeah. When I pass by my car, parking lot full of cars. When I go in, the building full of people. It's just that we don't identify them as churches. But they are churches. It's new churches out here now. Churches like Costco. Look at y'all. I'm a member. I see you. Churches like Sam's, Walmart, Target, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A. Oh, man. Every time I say that, people always share with me as if I don't know that Chick-fil-A is not open on Sunday. I'm just surprised that you think church is only on Sunday. I know Chick-fil-A ain't open. But let me show you. It's something I believe our churches can learn from these new churches. Because they churches really won't believe it or not. They churches. Folk congregate there a lot. Let Let me put them together. Take Sam's and Costco. Y'all know what I love about Sam's and Costco? I love Sam's and Costco is that when I walk in, they let me be me. Watch this. I'm already a member. Got the membership card. And when I walk in, ain't nobody in there telling me, hey, man, tie your shoes. Hey, man, take your hat off. Hey, man, pull your pants up. Now, don't get me wrong. Rules matter. I'm a fan of rules, and we need rules. But sometimes we got to look at some of these rules. I'm still struggling with the 10 Commandments. I ain't got them rules down yet. And you going to put some rules on top of rules I ain't even got down yet? Now, look, I was at a church one day. In there, praise and worship. Me and this lady, it was one of them new churches, you know, where it's dark in there. They got smoke and lasers and everything. And we in there just singing, our God, you know, is an awesome God. He's right, we doing our thing, right? All of a sudden, I look over the lady, she done sat down. Her arms fold, lips twist. It wasn't even offering. She just... I said, ma'am, are you okay? She said, no. I said, what's the problem? She said, man in the back got a hat on. Y'all, I turned, it's dark. I turned around, but I had to think about it. If a hat knocks you out of worship, is it really the hat? What I like about Sam's and Costco is they got these sample stations. What that means is they allow you to sample stuff with no pressure to buy it. They let you sample it. I like that. And I just think before you put me in a year-long new members orientation, can I sample first? Let me sample the ministry. What's wrong with that? Let me sample it. You know, I tell this story about how my dad, listen, when my dad used to preach, man, my dad would preach. He preached a good hour. And when he finished, he put his trench coat on and his hat, and he opened the doors of church. And when he opened the doors of the church, my dad, he'll sit there, he'll let you know, hey, I want you to join, you know, blah, blah, blah. He'd go with his spiel. Nobody would come. And my dad would be like, oh, no, I didn't study all week for nobody to come down here. No, somebody joining this Sunday. So what my dad would do, he'll kick that appeal to a whole nother gear. Then my dad, he'll say, listen, so everybody here saved. So everybody here know that if you were to leave here today and you drive home, and as soon as you put the key in your door and open it, a mean man is in there with a 12-gauge shotgun. I used to be like, 12 gauge? He can have a little gun? I mean, he's saying, the man, blow your head off. Do you know heaven will be your eternal home? I will see men wasn't thinking about joining church. Now here they come. I like my daddy got them. And when they would join church, man, my daddy would offer them, you know, give them the rights and all the privileges with the right hand of fellowship, all the rights of the church. And then all of a sudden he would say, you know what?